Hey everybody, and welcome. We're going to try to do a giveaway today. The giveaway will be for the ESA keyboard by Red Dragon. It's an 1800. If you show up and you would like to enter in for the keyboard, just hit ! ticket, and you should get a ticket. I'm not sure how to buy more tickets. I don't know if that's a thing that I have set up, but everybody gets one ticket, so everybody should get an equal shot. But that is one thing. Two thing is that we have taken a look at the key snaps in the past, and that's what's in my Bakaneko Go right now, and that's these guys. But today we have finally received the PCB snaps, which should allow us to use the actual points here. I don't know if I'm going to use them all, but I'll probably use a few. Oh yeah. Well, let's just turn that off. And then I think I might change out the keycaps for something a little bit more spellbook, probably. So let's go ahead and cat here. Well, let's go ahead and take a drink real quick. Not sponsored by Coca-Cola, but if they wanted to give me some of that sweet Coca-Cola money, I would be glad to take it. Oh, no, you fell over. This keycap is by Larissa, and it's very fun. And she's a local keycap maker. These keycaps I printed myself. Well, I haven't finished taking out the supports, but I can now print. So we'll take a look at that real quick. So the key snap are supposed to fit snug around the yes, the key snap is supposed to fit snug around a switch, and that is how it's supposed to lock into place. These, on the other hand, just attached to the PCB and friction fit like that. So I was very surprised at exactly how thin this was, and I think that the PCB snap will actually probably work a lot, well, maybe not. It'll probably work about the same as the and then I only have one durometer of this, but I actually have two durometers of the PCB because I got the whole set. And then, so two different durometers of silicone, and then this, which is the rubber. Yes, both of them are. It just depends on your application. So for instance, hate the, wow, these are different. This is definitely like a rubber. I don't like O-rings because I use hot swap, and O-rings, especially on a switch like the Akko mirrors that I have in here, will separate the PCB from the board. It'll basically squeeze the corner switches out. And then they'll stop working, and the PCB will drop down to the base, which in this case doesn't matter, obviously, but could in other cases. So this is how I have the PCB snaps in here right now. Let's see if we can get it good. Anyway, you get the idea. Come on, grab it. So they fit around the PCB and then drop into the board and basically act as a O-ring replacement. And it changes the sound a little. But let's see. I need to get you out. The key snaps don't generally lock into place as well as I would like them to. So I'm hoping that the PCB snap works better. So theoretically, all we need to do is put that right there, and it should stay. Make sure that it lines up with the little groove. And I'm going to do the edges and one in the middle. I'm going to go with this one, the one that's not directly underneath the spacebar. And I'll do the same in the back. Each pack comes with 6. Out. So let me know if the music gets too loud. Do the same on the back. I think I'll actually do this one instead of that one on the back. I don't know what that was. No, I picked the wrong one. In which case we want this one to be on this. Let's do it. Okay. And then we should be able to get these to fit into the case. And then it should drop down. Well, that did not work the way I wanted it to. As you can see, it actually separated it. Not there, but on this side. Let's pull it back out. Fiddlesticks. So in this case, what happened was that it didn't stay inserted, and so when I got it in, it let go and then pushed on the top plate, on the plate. Let's see. Front. Back. Oh, you bastard. Front, back, all in place. And so they now rest just like an O-ring would. So I think it seems a little bit more fiddly, but I think if you use the PCB snaps, they may be better than the other ones. And hey, Aqua mirror switches. Like to give it up. It's mine do. I don't know. Maybe it's me. And the same in the front. So this actually sounds a little bit better to me. I think this is closer to a true O-ring replacement because it sits on these. Now, if you have something like the Freya 65, or not the Freya 65, Freya 60, the glass keyboard, they don't have these points along the edge. They instead use an O-ring and have silicone on the bottom that they then set on at that point. In this case, let's see, now let's try to get it out, or at least up enough so that I can get that back in there. Alright. So now that is back in its groove, because, you know, we like get into the groove. You know, get in. And because it's not because it's connected to the PCB, you could theoretically run the Bach & Echo Go plateless. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to try that. Maybe I do. Maybe that would be fun. Do we want to run the Bach & Echo Go plateless? Maybe not with these switches. What else do I have right now? This is a thought. You guys are going to go up here. I kind of want to do it. I don't know that I will like it any better, but I could do it with Cherry MX2A Silver. Or, or Oil Kings. Oh, I'm totally doing this. I hope y'all stick around. Oh, again, there is a giveaway going on. Exclamation point ticket if you want to join. If you're interested in winning a Red Dragon ISA 1800 keyboard. off for now while we're doing this. I already know that the Oil Kings work pretty well in here because I did build this with Oil Kings before. So and just to complete the old schoolness of it all, I think I will go down and grab some GMK keycaps. I'm excited by this, by the idea of running this plateless. I don't know if it's going to work, but give it a shot. So if I'm running it plateless, foam's gots to go. No. Not exactly sure how I would take this out again. Ignore that. I am gonna probably be installing the Streamlabs AI bot and seeing if I can get it to start banning those. I don't know. We'll have to see. Because I have it turned off. See, this is really why I still am very into keyboards. It's the experimentation. Trying different stuff. It's also why I need to get some good sponsors so that they can send me some good stuff, because let me tell you, the Adept is running out of money. Alright, the Adept is out of money. I think I have Awaken. That's not in anything right now. Welcome to the new viewers. We are trying out the PCB snaps by Gion and Nuxros KB. I don't know how to pronounce that. All I know is that people think he's a jerk or something. I don't know. I don't get involved. Anyway, so because this attaches to the PCB, we're going to try to run the Bakaneko Go playlist with Oil Kings. And see how that goes. All right, I will be right back. Okay. I did not have Awaken. I did have Dual Shot. So we'll be putting Dual Shot on here. Let's see how it goes. Oh, yeah. So exciting. Well, exciting for me. I don't know if it's exciting for you guys, but running this playlist just seems so kind of absurd and good. Good and absurd. Maybe this will be the best thing ever for this keyboard. Ever. Not that I need two functions, but I think I'll have two functions. Whew, that was close. Oops. I'll put you back in later. All right. As you can see, just squeeze those guys back in there. Front is in. So this is gasket mounted using the PCB snap gaskets. And this is the kind of the middle durometer. And let's pause the music for a second so that we can do a sound test. So Gateron, Oil Kings, plateless, hot swap plateless on a Bakaneko Go. I wonder what that. I know what it might be. So I think that the plateless experiment worked somewhat. As you can see, it kind of compressed on this side more than on this side. This side keeps pulling out, which is going to help me because now I've got to actually get this out. Let's see. Some switches. I think I'm going to rebuild it with the harder durometer with a plate and see how it goes. We're just going to set you to the side for the moment. Excuse me, Agar. Makes it easier for me to unmount this thing. But overall, it wasn't bad. Maybe different switches, or if I build it outside of the case plateless and then insert it, it might work better. It's hard to say. I could also try using all 4 build points, but use different durometers, because I only have 6. But if I put the blacks on the outside points and the grays on the inside points to make it, or even the yellows on the inside points to make it a softer experience, maybe that's the way to go, or vice versa. I know I was going to put spellbook on here. No, you did not. We are giving away the ESA, the Red Dragon ESA. You will have to pay shipping, but that is it. Just exclamation point ticket, and you have to be here at the end of the stream, which, considering I don't know when that will be, haha, that's how they get you. But, you know, if you're not here, I'll give it to somebody else if somebody else wants it. And if nobody wants it, then, I don't know. Poor Red Dragon. Because nobody wants their stuff. Hold on. Let me see if that worked. Because it should now tell me that there is somebody. Yay! Yes, you have a ticket. That has worked. Currently, you are the only entrant, so it's looking good for you. Yes, I don't use it very often because I don't like the color here, and I don't have the novel or the accent keys, so I don't hardly ever use the set. But I've had it for a while, just kind of hanging out. But I wanted to use a GMK set on it, and I didn't want to use one of my good GMK sets on, which I only have one, which is Striker. Is my only actual expensive GMK set. And by expensive, I mean expensive to me. Like every other set that I own, I paid between $50 and $70 for. My Striker set, I actually paid like $100 and something for. So, but it also works on the Bach and Echo Go very well. So. Well, you know, if I had the accent set, I would probably use it more. I mean, I like it. I like the gray. I think it works on here. I mean, because I tend not to use white sets. So. I don't know why. I just don't like bright colors. Probably like, you know, residual goth energy. Not that I was ever really goth. I used to hang out at goth clubs and I wear jeans. Like blue jeans. But since people knew me, they didn't care. Which I had blue jeans because I was poor. I say was like I'm not still poor. But now I'm keyboard poor, and that's more fun. All right, so we've gone back to a plate with Oil Kings. We still have the Oil Kings. We still have the Dual Shot. And here's our Bakken Echo case. We're going to plug it in. Now we're going to use... These are like, they're basically rubber. They're a type of rubber. So I'm hoping they will basically give us a stiffer typing experience. And what I'm thinking about, oh God bless America, land that I love. I hate the Molex connectors. Let me just say, I hate Molex connectors. I think I will do what that other plan I was mentioning was, which is we're going to put the rubber ones on the outside for a stiffer feel. And then we are going to put the gray ones, which are a silicone, on the inside. And then I will try to get the Molex connector back in. Molex connector is only supposed to be officially validated for 10 uses. Just 10. You get 10 shots to change out your stuff. It's a little tricky if it doesn't want to grab on. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Okay, let's see if we can get it all to go in. And looks like we did. Let's see if we got it all. Oh, no, we didn't get it. All but one. There's always the one. Shift you over just a smidge. Okay. Check the back. How are we looking on the back? Back is fine. It was just the one. So Now we can drop it down. Drop it like it's hot, which is funny with my dark academia that I got going. All right, so we have the rubberized PCB snaps on the outside, the silicone like harder weight on the inside, and the same thing on the back. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's do a sound test because I think that this is going to be cooking. All right, pause the music. So this is Oil Kings with dual shot and FR4 plate and Bakaneko Go, and the PCB snaps, rubber with silicone in the middles. That's actually really nice sounding to me. Okay, that's cool. I haven't even started unboxing the Newfie Air 96V2 yet, so you've got some time. So yeah, that's that. I don't know if we need to try the other ones. Do we want to try the other ones in something? I'm not sure, but this is yeah. There we go. Get some glow going around our thing. All right. Let's clean up a little. I am gonna take you guys off to the side where you belong. And then you're gonna go there. You guys are going to go in here. And jar. And you can go off to the side. Thank you for your service. Let's take a look at the Air 96. So this was an auction buy. It was pretty much new in box. I did unbox it. There was a little bit of damage to the keyboard. Namely, 2 of the switches were forced way in. And their click bars got destroyed, which is fine because these are blue switches and who cares. So it comes with their official Air Series waifu sticker set along with that. Let's see. Their official cable, which is a rubberized cable, not too bad. which I assume was in here at some point, maybe. Keycap and switch puller. What are you? There you go. Look at you. You know, fancy and stuff. So these are the replacement keycaps. So if you wanted to make it all red or all blue, you have the keys for that. Then your alts to replace your option keys, because it does come configured as a Mac, which we will use these later to make it Windows. And then what we got in here, I'm guessing these might even be replacement switches that we could use if we were going to keep it as a clicky keyboard. These are actually not replacement switches. This is the USB dongle, which attaches to the cable so you don't lose it, which is weird because if you're not carrying the cable with you, how are you gonna... Anyway. But it also comes with their selection of other switches. So these are their switches. And not cowbell, but cow something, cowberry. This is their purple. This is their tactile switch. This is a more tactile switch, and this is their light switch. There's no silent switches in here. And the wireless. All right, cool. Gonna put those back. So today I'm going to be building this out with Gateron silver switches, and I have lubed the stems on those, but that's it. That is all that is in the case. You get this. Actually, this feels more like something you would keep than like 90% of these little keyboard covers that you get. And then the board. And that's it. So set this off to the side. As I said, this is currently has Gateron blues in it. So it is clicky. This is the board. It is a condensed 1800, which means that there's no separation between these keys here or here, here, or over here. So you just get more. You get more keys in a smaller space. If we look around the back, you'll see the USB port. Then you have a off, wired, and wireless, so you can actually turn this keyboard completely off, and then you have a Windows and Mac mode. I'm looking at, well, before we look at the back, where is one of my mini cleaning cloths? Get all my gosh darn fingerprints off of it. This was an auction buy, so whoever was the previous owner managed to, well, first of all, I can't get this thing clean like this, and I'm not going to try anymore. Did give us a little scratch here. There it is. So, comes pre-scratched. That's fun. 2-stage feet. we're going to have stage 1 done, and then let's go ahead and plug it in. Move you out of the way. We'll take a look at some stats here. Oh, wait, I have it turned off. Haha. So it is kind of going through its thing. This is your numlock indicator, which your caps lock's indicator. Hey! Thanks for the raid, Marshmallows! How was your stream? Hey, what's up? Just so that everybody knows, I am going to be giving away a Red Dragon ESA, which is an 1800 keyboard. You have to be here at the end of the stream in order to win. And you can get tickets by hitting !tickets. My first giveaway. I'm trying it. I'm trying this out. Seeing how it works. And then if I get to 10 subscribers, I will immediately give away an Inky. I'll start a second giveaway for an Inky 75 by Electfox. FYI. Oh, hey, I forgot to turn my music back on. Thanks, everybody. How are y'all doing today? Just ticket. Sorry, !ticket. And right now we're looking at the Newfie Air 96 V2. It currently has blue switches in it. We're going to replace those with some silver switches. And then at a later stream, we're going to try some bananas in it. So, awesome. Let's get some stats on this bad boy. So this is the Newfie Air 96 V2, and let's take a look at what it's got going on. As I said, this has got the blue, and you can order a folio with it. Mine did not come with one. Let's get some specs. So I want to get the typing angles. That's really what I'm after here. 1000 hertz polling rate. Huzzah. Guessing it's 125 hertz. It does support via a JSON file. So these are the ones that we got one of each of. So you have the moss and the wisteria, which are their tactiles. And then you have the aloe and the cowberry. I would have liked to have gotten the cowberry switches, but I mean, it was fine. Not so regular. And these are the switches that came with it, which are a 65 gram clicky switch. Come on, where's my specs? There they are. Alright, so the initial typing angle is only 3.5 degrees. Right now I have it at 6.5, and you can kick up the last feet to 8.5. There's an aluminum top and a ABS bottom. These are double shot PVT keycaps, and you have the background RGB. Holy Frey, holy! Well, looks like I'm gonna be making a second giveaway today. That's awesome. If you win, you are responsible for shipping. Everything else I'll take care of. Not you. All right. So what we will do is I will actually... We'll give away the ESA now, and then we'll give away the Inky at the end. because I don't know that I can create 2 giveaways at the same time. Or we could just call this one the giveaway for the Inky, and I'll recreate it. And thank you so much, Godson, for all of those tier 1 subs. Oh my goodness gracious. Wow. I went from 5 up to 18. And wow, it's so... I am blown away because this it's so great. Yeah, my gases have been flabbered. Let me just say, flabbergasted. Okay, so we'll do that. We'll call this the giveaway for the Inky, and then I'll make another one for the ISA at the end of the stream. So we will give it another 5 minutes. If anybody who is currently in the stream wants to join it, exclamation point ticket, and this is for the ElectFox Inky 75. Winner is responsible for shipping. Cool. In the meanwhile, yeah. So back to the Newfie Air 96. Let's do an initial sound test. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off my Dark Academia, which is the music that I'm playing. It's all Dark Academia. This is the bass Newfie Air 96 with Gateron 2.0 low profile blue clicky switches. All right, cool. So basically, I mean, it's a clicky keyboard, except for the backspace. Again, the backspace. When I got this, because I got this from an auction, there was some damage, and basically the backspace and one other key, which I don't know which one it is now, got basically forced in way too hard. I'm surprised it still worked, and it broke the click bar, making this a non-clicky switch going forward. So we are going to now replace those with Gateron Speed Silvers. I lubed the stems on them, which I did a while ago, and that is because the I originally bought these to put into a Keychron Q3 Pro SE, which had macro keys, and they were low profile browns, and I'm like, no, it needs to be speed silvered because it's a gaming keyboard. Okay, let's see, how are y'all doing today? Oh, hey, look, I didn't get rid of the window. Let's get rid of that window, that pesky window. Ooh, I just for the first time saw my new chat bar. Look at that, that's awesome. Hey Jay, the giveaway is on the Twitch channel. So unfortunately, that is the only place I think it shows up. You can try if you hit ! ticket. And it is for a Electfox. Well, this one is for an Electfox Inky 75. We just got a new emote or something. That is so awesome. All right. So we're actually going to set these off to the side. And we'll start pulling some keycaps. Oh, well, actually first, let's see. Let's see if it pulls you in, Jay. And if it doesn't, I will let you know. Beast mode, we're going to do, instead of the ESA, we're going to do the Inky first because I reached 10 subs. And then we will do the, I'll do another one. Or we're going to do the Inky first, and I'll do another one for the ESA after. So stick around. And well, I can't do that. Yeah, I can't do that. We're gonna choo-choo. Choo-choo. And Jay, I do not see you, so you will have to go over to the Twitch stream, and I'll give you a minute to do that. It's TheAdept024 on Twitch. If you're not interested, I'll just go ahead without you. You let me know. There's somebody over on the YouTube that is trying to enter into the giveaway. So, anyway. While we wait for that real quick, I will pull some more keycaps. I have another set of keycaps that we can also use because I'm not a huge fan of the accents. Especially because the spacebar is yellow. Oh my god. Who thought making the spacebar? Like if I could make the whole thing black with teal accents, I would totally do that. But that yellow spacebar kills me. But we are going to go with this initially because I want to just change out one piece at a time. So we're going to go with the switches first. And then we'll go with the everybody can get one ticket to start. You do not need any extra points for that. And that is, hopefully will be per giveaway. Otherwise, I've got to give everybody a bunch of points or something. I don't know. Again, this is the very first time that I've tried to give anything away. I was originally waiting until I got 10 subscribers. Okay, cool. Alright, so we're going to go, and I am going to close the giveaway and see what it does. And draw a winner. And Bert, it looks like you win. Yay. Go ahead and message me on here. If you can't message me on here, go ahead and message me on Discord, which is also The Adept. And I will go back and do a new one. But I need to be able to type for that. And so, so earlier, I we were working with the new PCB snaps, which I have in the Bakken Echo Go. You can see it here. It's kind of neat. We have the rubber ones on the outsides and the couple of the silicone ones on the inside. Same thing on the back. Since these work by going around the PCB and turning it into a PCB gasket mount, I actually built it out plateless for a second. But the spacebar did not agree with me. And so, yeah. Congratulations, Bert. I'm gonna do it with the lights. I can use the same asset. Look at that. Everyone gets their first ticket for free. Create and start. That is going, everybody. If you want to re-enter for the ESA, go ahead and do so now. And we will close that down. Don't need that right now. Yeah, that was exciting. Big thanks to Brian over at ElectVox for sending me the Inky and letting me keep it so that I could give it away to you guys. I really love that keyboard, by the way. The ESA, if you haven't looked at it, is unapologetically waifu. But that's handy. But I love the colors, and since the main print is on the keys and the back, you could just kind of ignore it if you don't like that kind of thing. I think it's not too bad. It's not overly sexualized or whatever. So we had a keyboard meetup. Oh, good. Well, it is an 1800, so that might color you a little bit. It has, it's an 1800, it has a knob. And it is not... like there, I have a sister keyboard to it as well. That instead of, it has like 3 extra keys at the top. And then I have another one, which I'm trying to remember the name of it, that instead of those 3 keys has a screen. Fossil is expensive. They're going to be doing a another round of the S100 though, so and then I will always hype the QK100 personally. If you're looking for an 1800, QK100 is a very good choice. But that's because I'm an unsponsored QWERTY key shill. I'd love to be a sponsored QWERTY key shill. Not yet. Because I love their stuff. I have, oh god, let's see. QK100, 101, 80 Mark II, and then the Neo 65, 70, 80, and 65 CU. So that's seven QWERTY keys boards. Burying you, Jay. Hold on. Abu, you have to go over to the Twitch channel to get into the giveaway. It's the Adept 024. Those are Paigu stabs, also known as Wuche Studio Stupid Stabs and Maze Stabs. Yeah, basically the one that I have is the Paigu in that particular board, but I've bought all three, used them kind of interchangeably. I like the Maze and the Paigu because they have full keyboard sets, and I favor full-size keyboards. But the this is the Air 96 V2 by Newfie. Yeah, it is the Newfie, and it came with obviously Gateron 2.0 low profile blue clicky switches, but I am not a fan of them because I am not a huge fan of clickies. But I got it at an auction, so I managed to pick this bad boy up for 30 bucks. And so that was a good deal. Oh, really? He sent you the... Well, you tell Maze that I love his stuff, and I have been using it pretty much from the moment that I found it. And I am known on the Discords that I'm on as the guy that just shows up to praise Paigu, Maze, Stupid Stabs when anybody mentions it, because I love those stabs so much. Because they're basically the easy button. No, actually the Kale low profile switches do not work in here. The pinouts on here are different than on the elements in the Spectres. Yeah, I do love those. Well, that's awesome. A DZ60 Pharaoh edition for 60 bucks. That's crazy. Well, if he wants some streamer to run his new stabs on their stream, tell him to hit me up, because, again, a huge fan. Yeah, so today I'll be building this out with Gateron 2.0 speed silvers, but another auction that we just picked up the other day was for some of the KS33 Gateron 2.0 low profile banana switches, so the heavy tactiles. We got them for $1. 110 switches for $1. I'm like, yeah! And so we'll be rebuilding it with that at some point in the near future when we get those. It might be next week. It'll just be a secondary part of whatever build we're doing. I think I might have the brand new Maker RT85 next week. Oh, you're bent. Oh, yeah, you were just in wrong. You would have been bent had I continued. I counted it up. I have exactly one extra switch, which is right here. Let me know if the music is too loud or too obnoxious, or if you'll just hate dark academia. I kind of go for a kind of a witchy vibe for my channel, so... So yeah, so we looked at the PCB snaps. I think I like them better than the key snaps, which I have those as well. They're a little bit more fiddly to install because they will move laterally, and you kind of want them to hug the mount points for the O-ring. They kind of straddle it. You can see here. So they kind of straddle it. My primary keyboarding Instagram is the Adepts Keebs. That's the Adepts with an S at the end, or the Adept with an S at the end, and then Keebs, Keebs. And that's primarily where I've been posting pictures of boards that I've been building. And yeah, and you're gonna see both of these up there probably later. Yeah, especially if I decide to change out the keycaps. If I don't change out the keycaps, there's not really a point of posting a lot of pictures of this one, because it'll look exactly the same as the stock one. It'll just be infinitely cooler because they're silvers. And as we all know, silvers are just as good as Hall Effect. For me. Because I'm not very good at first-person shooters. Oh, neato. Here's another project that I'm working on. 3D printed PBS. Keycaps. Anyway. I was trying to. I had gotten those. Oh, nice. Thank you. I appreciate that. Aside from the fact that I'm always down to meet new, like, for me, it's more about meeting keyboard people, like-minded keyboard people. I don't know how y'all all feel about that. I mean, that's kind of what Discord is for. Twitch less so. Twitch is more of a platform because I get to talk to you, but you don't really get to talk back in the same way. Which is, you know, I mean, it's fine, but that's why I spend so much time on our Instagrams. Or, not Instagrams, on our Discords. Is because I just love talking to keyboard people. I am consider myself to be super lucky to be a part of the Colorado keyboard community because these people are all so nice. We went to a if y'all haven't seen the pictures yet of the Boulder keyboard meetup that Pete Johansson, the developer of ZMK, helped organize. Well, he organized it as part of the Colorado Mech Meets community, which normally meets in Lakewood, Colorado, which is a suburb of Denver. But there are a lot of people further north in the Boulder area and that type of area. And so he's like, let's see what happens if we do one up there. And oh, nice. I spend less time on KP Republic on the content creator channel, only because there's generally a lot less chatter. I spend a lot of time on Keybroke. I stop in on Godson's Discord now. I'm new there. Then Clackbait. Always love stopping in there to say good morning, which is one of my faves. I'm new on Kimmy's and enjoy stopping in there. Yes, Keybroke is goated, yo. And then, of course, Stupid Bullets Tech. Oh my god. So, Stupid Bullets Tech Discord will always hold a special place in my heart because when I first were looking at keyboard Discords, I found Switching Clicks, and I was very active on Switching Clicks Discord, and then they decided they were closing up shop, which they did for a while because, you know, I'm pretty sure it had something to do with, well, you know, them having a child and wanting to focus on that, which is perfectly fine and expected and great and awesome. But it meant that I was scrambling because I didn't have any keyboard groups then. And then I found Stupid Bullets Tech, which, yeah, was... I do go to Akko and Monsgeek a decent bit because I love those people over there too. But I found that group, and they are just like it's not nearly as active. Certainly not active like Keybroke is, but the diehards still go there. So I'm happy with that, and if those are the people that I am chatting with on there, I will still stop in there for as long as Bullets keeps it running. Do I want to go with teal? We're going to go with the teal inner key as well. We're just going to get rid of red. Yeah, see? Oh, one of the things I picked up at the keyboard meetup yesterday were like 30 of these, which are Kale Halo, true Halo switches, which I think are part of creating a Holy Panda. If I wanted to create a Holy Panda, I thought that was neat. It was on a free table. I'm like, sure. Maybe one day I'll make my own Holy Pandas. Wouldn't that be fun? So we're going to grab you. And my inner key. You are going to be my inner key. There you are. Oh, and this. Which I'm going to possibly try to build on a stream at one point. Oh, good seeing you, Key. Yeah, I usually stream on Sundays at 3 Mountain Time. And so be sure to stop back. I'll have one next week. So yeah, the Manta Ray Pro Wireless, creating a little split, and then I'll 3D print the pieces for it. The PBS keycaps, I'm going to put those on here. Yeah, so I just got to get some low profile. I'm wondering, that's right, I was going to check that. I don't think it's going to work. See, I think this board I could probably get Kale. I don't know if I have to use the chocks on it, but we'll find out. You in here. We'll put the other ones in there as we find them, just to keep everything together. Probably could have organized this better. By the way, I just want to reiterate, I really appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Again, because I do love keyboards so much, and I love talking with people about keyboards, or talking at people about keyboards, as the case may be. Or talking about anything. I just like chatting. If there are any new people in the Twitch stream, I will let you know that a Red Dragon ISA is a giveaway that we're running right now. So if you hit !ticket, you can get one free ticket. I don't know that you can get non-free tickets, so I wouldn't even bother. Is anybody watching the Marvel Zombies? If so, what are your thoughts? I think at keyboard meetups there should be competitions to see how quickly you can be given a pile of keycaps and build a board. All right, that's one of our non... Wait, no, that is you. You should be control, which you are. Okay, that home row is, or bottom row is done. Not the home row. Home row is nowhere near being done. You might not be in the 5th. I'm glad you did catch one of my streams. I mean, better late than never, man. Are there any, oh, and a secondary question. Are there any group buys that are coming up or are on now that y'all are excited for? Or like, is there a board that y'all would like to get? Oh, I can't type right now. I was going to type to you KK, but you're not there. And the keyboard. All my keyboards are over there. Okay. I was just asking if there's any keyboards that anybody are interested in getting or that are coming out, that are coming out, dropping soon or something like that. Like, I kind of really want to get, well, obviously I want to get the 80 CU when it comes out, because I just want to own a 10-pound keyboard. But I also want to go to the opposite side of the coin there, and I really kind of want to get the Agar Mini. Substatement. I want to get the Agar Mini in polycarbonate and EC. Although I will say that I kind of prefer, like, I have this with the MX PCB in it right now, and I really like the sound of it, and I don't know that I want to put it in EC right now. Yeah, I had it in EC for the meetup, so that people could have a chance to try out the Navy switches. And like, as soon as I got home, I changed it. All right, almost done here. And numlock. All right, here we go. Let's go. I'm going to flip up stage 1 feet. This brings it up to, I believe it's a 6.5 degree angle. If you flip up the second stage of feet, that brings it up to an 8.5 degree angle. But I think I'm just going to go with the first stage. And stay open. What the heck, dude? What are you waiting for? All right. And now we will do a secondary. Can't do that yet. Okay. We're going to do a sound test. Let's pause the music. And so these are Gateron 2.0 low profile speed silver switches on the stock LoFi with stock keycaps LoFi Air 96 V2 sound test. I don't know if y'all are even going to hear that. So that's pretty good, I think. I believe. Okay, let's get that back there. Okay. Bert, I saw your message and I got it, and I will message you. I'll need to get shipping information from you. Yes, these are the stock stabs. I did not even lube them. This is how they came. So, that was nice. I was all prepared to have to order new stock stabs. By the way, if you buy stabs, or if you get stabs with your keyboard, check to see whether or not they come lubed, and if they don't, lube your stabilizers. We had a new person in the community, and they came to the meetup yesterday, and they had not lubed their stabilizers, and they were going to end up having a bad time because it was just, I mean, if you take Cherry or Duroc stabilizers and you do not tune or lube them and you put them into a keyboard, oh no, it was not great. But so this is the stock keycaps, and they're nice. I was gonna try. I have some XVS keycaps, kind of more my aesthetic, or sorry, not XVS, Wormier. Same kind of thing.
But let's see here. I don't like this packaging. I do not like it in my house. I will not like it with a mouse. So yeah, yeah. Let's try it. Let's go ahead and we're gonna pull off these two, up on these two. Let's do a quick comparison. So they are both double shot PBT. And then the Womir, I think they're both pretty thin, to be honest. So 0.05. That seems wrong. Let's zero that out and try it again. I don't think it's, no. 0.05. Let's try the also 0.05. So they're the same. Keycaps, the Womir kind of have a more of a sculpt to them. Like there's angle at the bottom, so they have at least an orientation. Nope. I actually don't like these. Not nearly as much. Because I kind of like a deeper sound. This kind of makes it higher pitched. And kind of enhances the the scratch of the natural scratch of these switches, which is good for some people. I am not that. I am not that target audience. So I take it all back. We are not doing this. I would rather have a yellow spacebar than that sound. And maybe that's wrong with me. Okay. So we're going to put these guys back on. I mean, what do y'all think of the teal and then the yellow, but without the red? I could also do all red and the yellow. Decisions. Let's take a look at that. How does it look with the red? So I've been kind of looking, like, I have, and I can grab it real quick. I have the LoFi Flow 75%. That does have the Kale Spectre switches on it. And honestly, I think that I kind of like this sound better. I certainly like the fact that it's got a numpad, because this will be for work. No, this does have a tick. just a little bit. No, I just think I had it at a bad angle. I didn't have it on here all the way. That's fine. Let's try it inverted. What do y'all think? Inverted. So the red and then the one teal with the yellow. This might be the way to go. Anybody have thoughts on the matter? Okay. Let's go ahead and take a look at that JSON. So I've already loaded the JSON file onto here, so we have that already. For those of you who are not familiar with VIA, which I think probably most of you are already, basically it allows us to program the keyboard, choose what we want, and there we go. It'll show you the layers. Now, some of these layers are going to be to move us to, well, this wants us to move to MO4. Yeah, because that makes sense. Because MO0 is going to be our win. MO1 is going to be our first function layer. MO2 is actually going to be the Mac layer. If we were to switch it, the Mac switch to Mac, it automatically puts us into layer 2, and then its function is going to be layer 3. Then the extra layer is layer 4, which allows us to control the side lights, these guys. So, and then from there you can set macros on the keyboard, which you can have up to 15 macros on this keyboard. So that's nice. Save and load the profile. And then the lighting. We're going to change the lighting and do that to make it a little bit more, since we're kind of going with all the colors. Let's lesser it a little bit down like that. I think that is the way to go. All right. And then you can do the key tester and make it make noise. Wait. This might be loud. I have never tried this. Okay. Anyway, that was sort of fun. It was fun for me. I hope it was fun for you guys. Anybody who has shown up, just FYI, there is a giveaway going on for the Red Dragon ESA keyboard. So this is in the Twitch channel. If you would like to join that, go ahead and hit ! ticket. You get 1 ticket for free. We'll be closing that probably relatively soon. I'm going to go back and we're going to take another look at the key snaps real quick. But that's this. That's this board. This is, again, the Newfie Air 96 V2. It now has Gateron 2.0 speed silvers in it. And sounds pretty good, especially for a low profile.
right. That being said, let's go ahead and set you off to the side. Stable. Secure. This is the Bakken Echo Go. It is exclusively an O-ring keyboard, but we have taken the O-ring out and replaced it with the PCB snap. Sorry about that. With the PCB snap gaskets, we have the rubber gaskets on the outsides. We have the silicone gaskets on the insides. It has less flex, but I think it has really improved the sound profile for me. Now this is Oil Kings with dual shot. And I do have plate foam in here, so there's plate foam. Earlier I ran it plateless, which was kind of fun, but there was it emphasized a rattle in the spacebar, so I switched it back to the FR4 plate and plate foam. I have the key snaps as well, just to take a look at them. So the key snaps wrap around a key. I mean, that's why it's called that. And then attached to the PCB, it notches into the PCB here. And then you can run it as, you could also run this plateless like this, but I like the PCB snaps because if you have a board, yeah, no problem. I hope you didn't burn your pizza. If you have a board that has the O-ring notches like this, the PCB snaps will hug those like that, and it makes it more stable. Getting it to that point, though, is more difficult because it doesn't hug a key. It means that it's more likely to move laterally while you're trying to get it to go in. Oh, good. Nice. What kind of pizza? So they at least for me had somewhat of a tendency to try to move laterally, and thus not line up, and then I had to take it off or take it back out and kind of realign it. I wonder if I go with the, let's see if I can get it out. Okay. Instead of the, let's do it lighter. So I'm going to take off the rubber, and I'm going to take off the heavier silicone. And what we're going to do is we're going to run the heavier silicone on the, stay there. Oh, I think these are the heavy. Oh, that's the lighter silicone? Oh, no. Yes. These are heavier than these, actually. Because what we're going to do is we're going to put so these are the 60A silicone. And so we're going to run the because it only comes with 6, and I want to use the 8 mounting points that it's got. Excuse me if my head gets in the way. Okay. And then we need to put those on the front as well. Four cheese pizza. Well, I'm lactose intolerant, so I love pizza, but I don't need 4 cheeses on it. Pineapple, though, I'm all about. Okay, so we should now be able to fit this in here. And then, oh wait, I lost one. Nope, I lost 2. Okay. And if I did this right, again, they should go down and hug. All of our mounting points and not push up on the plate at all. Like so. So they will fit down like that. No, my favorite toppings on pizza are pepperoni, bacon, and pineapple. There was this place in the French Quarter called Angeli, and they made a spicy marinara pizza with pepperoni, bacon, and pineapple. Oh my god, it was so good. All right, let's see. Yeah, there you go. That looks a little bit better. Yeah, I love pineapple on pizza. I think adding the sweet and savory is kind of a good way to go. But funnily enough, I don't like much else on pizza. Like, yeah, no black olives or mushroom. Oh god, not mushrooms. But I'm not a big mushroom fan. Even like other meats, sausage and hamburger. I'll occasionally get chicken. See, I'm not a huge spinach fan. I guess I'm not really averse to having spinach on pizza. I just would never get it like I would never offer that. But all right, let's see here. We're gonna do a quick sound test again. So this is with the alternate gaskets. Gateron Oil Kings and Dual Shot 2 on the Bakeneko Go with the PCB snaps. The 60A key snaps in the middle, 70A key snaps on the outer edges. Okay. Top row. It's a lot deeper than, I guess, at the mounting points, because it's mounting at the 4 points in the back. I guess this would be also the same, but they're 1.5U. It's not bad sounding, it's just different than the rest. Interesting. All right. Well, there we go. And wherever you go, there you are. Buckaroo Banzai said that. We can get that glow going. Sorry. Just realized that I just turned it over on you guys. Hopefully I didn't blind anyone. My eyes. All right. So I think I am gonna call last call on the ESA keyboard. If there's anybody here who would like to get a ticket, go ahead and hit ! ticket now. You are responsible for paying shipping. Yeah, so we will run that at 5:20 Mountain Time, so 3 minutes. And meanwhile, let's take a look at the keyboards that we have here. I think most people that were here right after the Inky giveaway, they re-entered in for tickets, so you might already have them. Take a look at the 2 keyboards that we looked at today. And get this over to the wireless. So that lights up. Put that over. And we got all kinds of glow going. Not unlike, you know, the glow from Barry Gordy's The Last Dragon with Tamac and Vanity. Alright, it's nothing like that, but still. It's so funny that the low profile keyboard is the deeper. Except for these. Is there anything else that anybody else is curious about that I might be able to show off? You know, like I was talking about this the other day, but the Test 65 and how well it goes with GMK Norse. If you have not seen this yet, this is the blue, and it basically is, I mean, it's not an exact match. This has a little bit more green in it, but I mean, it's almost like it was made for it. Or this keyboard that I recommend that no one buy, which will be we will be looking at this next week. Hopefully the parts come in, because there are 2 filament strands that the actual owner removed forcibly and with malice from the sides. And I'm actually going to replace them with purple filaments, because the ones that came with it were like orange, yellowish orange. So I have purple filaments that are going to be coming, and I'm going to be doing some soldering, which I never do. And we'll get that resoldered in. So show up next week if you can. Again, 3 p.m. Mountain Time is when I usually start streaming. And we'll go ahead and run that giveaway. Godson, you won it! You did it! What? Congratulations! Go ahead and message me in Discord. I'll need to get contact information so that I can get pricing on shipping to you, and we'll get that shipped out to you. And yeah, cool. All right. Well, this was awesome. And again, thank you so much for the subs that you gifted out today, and everybody who has subbed to my channel. It was for the Red Dragon Isa. Yeah, the more I have, like, I'm not going to say a stockpile, but kind of a stockpile of keyboards that the more subs I get, the more I will be giving away. I don't have to get the subs. I might just decide to give things away like I did with the Isa. I was not for subs. That was just because I kind of wanted to do something special. I was inspired by Alex's subathon. Only I didn't have a Kohaku to give away because I didn't win the Kohaku, so I still don't have a Kohaku to give away. So yeah, yeah, no, again, I love being a part of the community, and I love sharing. Sharing is caring. So I will get that out to you next week. Or rather, my girlfriend will probably get that out to you next week. And yeah. So with that, unless anybody has any questions on anything that I've done today, we'll wrap up the stream. Yeah, it was basically over the last week. He gave away a bunch of great stuff. Like I said, culminating in a Kohaku. I actually wanted the Wind Xless that he gave away right before the Kohaku. I didn't win that either. But yeah, it's cool. Glad for everybody who did win, because I love my wacky keyboard fixation statement. I just set up the stream elements. I'm going to be setting up the AI and see how that works. I think that might be fun, because then I can actually ask it to change scenes, which I'm going to have it bring up switch information by voice, and I think that's going to be awesome, because I'm trying to get fancy over here. Anyway. Yes, it's not like the 20% chance that y'all had to win the Isa. But yeah, that is 0.67% chance. Actually, I think the Kohaku went for, like, it was like a 0.3% chance, like 0.33% chance or something crazy, because everybody of course showed up for that. And then I think he gave away something after that, but I had to go run errands before the stream. So whatever that last keyboard was, if he got 1,000 subscribers, yeah, I mean, when you think about it, 0.67% is like a better than 1 in 200 chance of winning, it's not bad. I mean, that is easily winnable. But you know, obviously I didn't. but I have. I mean, I have won other things like in the past. But I mean, it's fun. And like I said, it's a way to give back to the community. Like the boards that I have to give away were boards that were sent to me for review that I actually didn't hate. So if it's a board that I hate, I probably won't give it away. I don't know what I'll do with it, but again, I have the Linky 87 that's coming up. There's another Red Dragon 1800 keyboard that I have, and then some EpoMaker keyboards that I'll probably give away soon. But yeah, and let's see. Let's take a look and see if there's anybody that I can raid. Does not look good for the keyboarding. I'm not plugged into anything. I guess I'll need to plug in. If only I had a keyboard. So, all right, before I go, let's talk about that. There are some boards that I have. I mean, hate is a strong word. I am not, or have not been, a huge fan of the new Glorious keyboard line. I've tried out some. They're not terrible boards, but holy frijoles, I've met my follower goal. Nice. I now have 110 followers. Nice. So Glorious, right? So they're not terrible boards, but what they are super expensive, mediocre boards that try to lock you into their ecosystem with horrible software. That is what really. Now, there's also, and software is a big part of it when it comes to Hall Effect boards. That can cause me to hate a board. The EpoMaker Cedu C75, for instance. That board had, basically they took like a crappy OEM MX like software that needed to be installed, and then they shoehorned barely functioning Hall Effect into that, and then they walked away like from an exploding car. And so I hate that board. That board I paid for. I hate that board. I think I got rid of it. I don't remember how, but I got rid of it. I think I told somebody that it wasn't a good board, and if they wanted it anyway, just to have a Hall Effect board, I would give it to them. But anyway, that so software with Hall Effect. Currently, like the MagCore 87 by EpoMaker, which is an induction keyboard, it doesn't have great software. The software isn't horrible. but there are certain key features that it lacks, and I've brought this up with EpoMaker, and I'm waiting to see if they fix them before I do anything with that board. If so, then that'll be a board that I'll probably give away on the channel, because induction is new and cool and interesting, and if you haven't looked into it, it makes Hall Effect. It takes Hall Effect and adds stabbing. How can you go wrong with that? You add stabbing to Hall Effect, you get fun. Because basically what it does is each switch has a little conical conductive metal piece that comes out the bottom that pierces an electrical field. And since it's conical, it can tell you how far into the key press you are, doing the same thing as Hall Effect without the magnets and at much lower power. So it's a good keyboard, but the software lacks certain features like access to modify the function layer. Why? Anyway, I hope they fix it, and you know. There have been new strides in induction. So there's a new generation of induction that's going to be coming out. But it should be potentially, I don't know if it's going to require a change in the sensors or just if it's going to be a change in the software. We're going to snooze that because I'm probably going to wrap it up soon. Hall Effect just had its big generational leap forward with the introduction of the TMR, which functionally eliminates the dead zone at the beginning of the key press. If you want, which you may not want that, and the dead zone is still selectable. And the reason you would want a dead zone is for, like, I have the Duhuck on-point switches, which are semi-silent Hall Effect switches. So they make noise on the down press, but they have a little buffer at the up press. The problem is that buffer at the up press can cause it to jitter. So if you have a Hall Effect board, that's going to equal double key presses. So you set a dead zone, and then you don't get that. So things like that. Cool. If you are interested in Hall Effect, I do recommend the Geon Venom. You can get it at Divinity. I think I even have on my beacons a Divinity affiliate link. And oh yeah, if you want the PCB snaps or the key snaps, also go look at my beacons below and get my my beacons link, and inside there's Divinity links, affiliate link, or Unikeys. Buy switches. Switches are great. I love switches. Yeah, so that is me. And none of this stuff was sponsored. I bought it all with my lack of money. And so I hope... interesting. Yeah, so let's see. I was looking for somebody to raid before that little detour. Let's see. Keyboard. Why are you... Oh, I know why. Because you're switched to wireless. Let's get you over to wired. Still getting used to the condensed part of this. I am not seeing any keyboardists keyboarding. Why aren't y'all keyboarding? All right. So, no, I will go ahead and wrap it up then. And again, thanks everybody for showing up. Thanks to Marshmallows for the raid, and I'm glad to have seen you all again this week. I will be streaming next week starting at 3 p.m. Mountain Time, where we will be doing some soldering and probably an unboxing. Or actually, probably hold off on the unboxing unless there's a reason to. And we're going to do some soldering and rebuild this with heavy tactiles and see how that goes. So till next time, I hope you all have a wonderful week, and yeah, cheers to everybody. Yep, I will always chat about good and bad keyboard companies.